Okay. So how do you feel that you can support the youth in going to, do you feel like you're a good inspiration for the youth listening to your music on not to go to jail and things like that? Do you feel like you positively influence the youth to stay off drugs, stay in school, etc., etc.?
This is my message to the kids. Do as I say and not as I do. Which means, in my raps, do as I say. But what you see what I do in real life, what you see what I do, don't do that. That's that.
How do you feel about a lot of leading artists in the hip hop game right now that are? Do you feel like there's a gay agenda being pushed in hip hop?
There's gay rappers out there, but I ain't one of them.
Well said. I was listening to one of your songs that you had recently put out. I noticed that you said a very specific name, who's another artist. I don't know if it's okay for me to say his name or not. If it's okay with you.
Say whatever, bro.
Okay. I noticed that you said fuck Dre. It was pretty down, pretty bold thing to do in hip hop nowadays. Everything's so subtle and things like that. What do you have any beef with Dre?
I'm gonna put it like this. I don't beef with niggas, niggas beef with me. Because I am what they want to be. I'm doing what they can't. They mad because I'm doing something right. Stuff like that.
Okay. Does 3-6 have any beef with any other people, or do you care to elaborate on that?
I don't wanna speak for him. I would rather him be here to speak for himself because I don't want to say the wrong things.
Okay, that's understandable. What's your what will be your image? Like what's gonna differentiate you between everybody else in the hip hop game whenever you grow bigger? Obviously, you got some good songs under your belt, and there's a lot of potential in you lyrically. But what's gonna set you apart with image wise that will differentiate? Like if you go on stage with say Migos or somebody like that, what is gonna make people say, "Oh, there's King Jaymike"? Like what's gonna be your image?
The best rapper alive with the curly hair and the mohawk style. Nah, for real though, that's gonna be my image. It's just I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna be myself. I'm not gonna let the fame change me. Just put it like that.
Do you have any previous experience as far as being on stage? Any shows you performed?
Not yet, but I'm headed there. I'm headed to the top, bro.
Headed to the top. Did you have any beef with any other fellow artists other than Dre?
Nah.
Okay. I noticed that I was in the studio with you and 3-6. I know how you guys kick it. Y'all are a pretty cool crowd. Basically, do you do any other drugs outside of marijuana?
No. All I do is marijuana. That's it.
That's to clear up some rumors, just so you know. He literally said just marijuana. That's just to clear up some rumors. I know that you just got a ticket for fighting. How you care to elaborate on that? Some of your fans ask about the ticket and everything. Do you think that'll affect any music that you put out or any albums or anything? That'll delay any release dates or anything?
I mean, it's just a ticket. That ain't stopping me from dropping my music, dropping my albums and mixtape.
How many songs can we expect to be seeing within a month? How many new songs are you gonna release?
I just dropped about 6 or 7 songs before this interview, so they on YouTube. FNC, Features Next Check. Search us up on YouTube.
Okay. What do you have to say about the young women out there that are struggling? They also want to be an artist, and they look up to some of your music and they hear some of the lyrics in there that are, kind of diminutive towards females out there. What do you have to say about that?
ain't got nothing to say on that. That's a good question, though.
I guess if they want to listen to it, just listen to it. If they don't, they don't have to.
I mean, like I said, I'm not making music for nobody's opinion or nothing. But if they feel like I inspired them to make music, then that makes me feel good, and that's gonna make me want to keep rapping. And like one thing that's gonna set me apart from other rappers is I'm gonna give people a chance. I'm gonna give people a chance to make it. You know what I'm saying? If I see a fan just come up to me and rap, I'm gonna give them a chance. I'm not gonna harm them like most rappers do. I'm gonna give them a chance to make it.
That's good. That's good. Basically, now I have to go a little bit into your history. Now, did you ever struggle in any academics in school or anything? Did you ever find it hard because people kept trying you and you try not to get in trouble or fight or anything at school?
Well, I got a short temper, so I get mad easy. And niggas, they used to try me because I was the smallest kid in school, and they thought I wouldn't do nothing. But I'm about that life, I'm about that action. I smack them.
Yeah. So now, as you look back into the past and everything, is there anything that you would like to change about the past that you still think about to this day?
I changed the time I went to jail. I changed why I went to jail, so I don't go to jail. If I could go back into the past, I'd change it all and I'd start my life over and start fresh, just start a new life, but still do the music.
So what's your inspiration in hip hop? What do you look up to as an image, and you're like, oh, okay, well, is there any particular music that you just can't listen to no matter what? It's just horrible, like you just can't get down with it?
I mean, I'll listen to anything. I ain't gonna judge no other rapper like he suck or whatever because I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about myself.
Okay. What was your inspiration for some of your ad libs? Like I noticed in one song I was in the studio with you and 3-6 and y'all were listening. I was listening to the music and whatnot. What was some of your inspiration for some of the background, sound effects and everything that y'all were doing? Like woo woo. Like what was your inspiration for that? Migos. So that's what you would say. Well, basically, do you feel better when you freestyle? Do you feel better freestyling or just writing your lyrics? Like, which one comes easier to you? Could you elaborate on why you like writing your music? Why you prefer to write your music better?
Why I prefer to write is because when it comes to making music, I like to take my time. I can't think fast enough to freestyle unless I'm under the influence of marijuana. A message to the kids: do not do drugs until you're grown, until you're 18. Because you're grown, you can do whatever.
Do you have any children? Are you expecting any children?
Yeah, I got a bad bitch.
So you represent H-Town. So are you familiar with any other H-Town artists besides Zero, Kirko, Paul Wall? Like, is there any other Houston, inspiration that you get your lyrics from? Like,
Paul Wall, Kiki, Bumby.
that's a Houston legend. Are you familiar with Chop and Screw music? That's like a DJ Screw. Yeah. So what would you say is your era of hip hop? Like, do you consider yourself a new school artist? Do you consider yourself sort of an old school retro artist? Like, what do you consider yourself?
New school.
New school. Why would you consider yourself as a new school artist?
Because of the music I make, because of how my music style is from the 90s and 80s, the old school rappers. I'm more of a new school rapper because I'm more of like a 21 Savage.
What is your favorite project that you worked on in the studio thus far?
First Day Out remix.
And when can
I
we?
feel like that's the best song I ever made.
And why would you say that?
Just the wordplay, just the song itself. Just listen to it. That's all I gotta say.
What has your schedule been busy lately? Because you know you're in the studio whenever you have free time. Plus you've got to work and everything on top of that. Does the schedule just kind of pile up on you where you won't be able to release songs as fast as you would like to?
Not really. No, not really.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to the fun questions. So, what's your favorite color?
White.
White represents purity in all forms. What's your if you would like to elaborate, we would really love to know your stance on politics. Are you interested in any politics? What about a religion? What can we consider you as far as religion?
I believe in God, but I'm not a Christian.
Okay. Where do you feel most comfortable recording your music? Where do you feel most comfortable?
I would say home or the studio in H-Town. That's about it. My first real studio I ever went to was in Houston on the southwest side.
Before we end this interview, to check the absolute audacity of your lyrics, why don't you give us a little 5-bar freestyle? Yeah.
I'm the king in the game.
Yeah.
Niggas know that I'ma make it.
Yeah.
They don't want to hand it to me, bitch. I'm finna take it.
Yeah.
Niggas trying to take me out the game got me mistaken, and I swear to God, when they leave, I'ma pull out the rake. I'ma take a nigga neck off with him necklace. I'ma go and kill this fuck nigga. I'ma check him.
Yeah.
My checklist. Niggas know that I'm so reckless. I'm up in H-Town, yeah, you know I rep Houston, Texas. Hold on.
That was just off the top of the head, huh?
Like I said, I'm not a freestyler, but you know what I'm saying? If somebody want to hear me freestyle, I'm a freestyle for him. You know what I'm saying?
So where else can anyone contact you via to book shows or anything? Where can they contact you, like as far as social media or anything? Instagram
and Snapchat. Hey, follow me on Instagram, FNC King Jaymike. That's FNC KING JAYMIIKE. On Snapchat, Jaymike Dion 17. JAYMIIKE DEON 17.
And do you have anything else to say as far as clearing up any rumors, any mistaken beef? Do you have anything else to say to your fans and things?
Not at all. Fuck rumors. I don't pay attention to rumors.
All right. It was a pleasure meeting you. King Jaymike. Follow him on Instagram, Twitter. I'm gonna leave a link